Do you know Laura Loomer?
No.
She's a vile human being. Just an evil, vile human being.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
She's a Nazi. Like, self-avowed, self-proclaimed, Hitler-loving, Sieg-heiling Nazi. Like, thinks that Elon Musk didn't go far enough. As you can see, she has an alligator head in the background for alligator Auschwitz. And she has a bullhorn that's unrelated. Anyway, she's also had a relationship, if you will, with Donald Trump. And it's pretty clear, too. And she claims to have audio footage from aforementioned relationship that she hasn't released to the public yet. I'm hoping she will. That would be fantastic. Anyway, listen to what Laura Loomer has had to say. She really does not like Pam Bondi. For some reason, she calls her Pam Blondie, like it's an insult. Like, is being blonde a bad thing? Anyway, just check this out. This is about Pam Bondi saying that the Epstein files don't exist.
dumb blonde.
Dumb blonde, I guess. Yeah, but I don't know.
My name is Pam Bondi, and I'm the Attorney General of the United States. And let me tell you, Ainsley, let me tell you, Peter, those Epstein files were delivered to my office in a dump truck, in a big FBI dump truck.
She actually did say that she had the files sitting on her desk that she was going to sign off to release them. And now she suddenly says there are no files to release. Oh, yeah. Also, Laura Loomer is just like a disgusting person. Sometimes she says things that are just really gross. So I'm hoping we don't hear any of that.
This girl has a lot of lip filler.
Oh, you don't even know. You want to know? Okay, let's talk
It's,
about
like,
her
disturbing.
plastic surgery. You think that's disturbing?
Plastic surgery is fine and you can do whatever. I just think if you're gonna get plastic surgery, the goal is to make it look good.
I agree.
The lip filler is like it's just too much. She
Well-
looks like one of those, like, I don't know how to describe this, like the geese in Disney cartoons that are like supposed to represent the evil part.
Okay, well, check this out. This is before surgery. This is after.
She looked perfectly fine.
She did. This isn't actually real on the right. This is amplified to look worse, but we know what she looks like.
Yeah, I just like
She looked way better before, right?
she looks so good with blonde hair too. What is she
Yeah.
doing?
She is trying to appeal to the MAGA base with this. Do you know Kirsty Noem?
No, I feel like we're gonna
Who just
take up a lot of time.
No, we won't. I promise. This is Kirsty Noem. She's the head of the Department of Homeland Security now, I believe. This is, hold on.
She looks very stereotypical. Oh, maybe I do know. Like,
Kristi Noem, my mistake. Yeah, she's also the governor of South Dakota, I think. This is before surgery. This is after surgery. Point is that women in the MAGA movement want to look like plastic dolls, basically. I don't know why. I don't know what their obsession is. She looked pretty too. She didn't need surgery.
I don't think anyone needs surgery. I just think that they looked way better before.
Yeah, let me rephrase. She looks like trash now. They both do. Anyway, Laura Loomer, listen to how she reacted to this Epstein thing.
Truck. And there's a lot of real powerful men on those lists, and there's a lot of really powerful people, I'll tell you, Sean, who are about to take private jets out of our country. But I'm Pam Bondi, the best attorney general you've ever seen in this country, and I'm going to hold these people accountable. Oh, well, golly, Sean, I guess I misspoke when I said the files were on my desk. I guess I misspoke when I said that the files were going to be delivered in a dump truck. I mean, every day it's another story with this woman, and it's not just me. Look, I'm going to play the video clips for you tonight, and
So this is what Trump was talking about when he said, what's going on with my boys, and in some cases gals, they're all going after Pam Bondi, who's doing a fantastic job. This is what he was talking about. Again, she had like a relationship with Trump, like a very, very close relationship with Trump. It's obvious that they were like a couple. He had his arm around her and everything.
I'm going to go through the timeline and you're going to see yourself. But the problem is we are witnessing a Fox News cabinet. It's like a reality TV cabinet. And everybody knows I love President Trump. I support President Trump. I think a lot of his cabinet picks are great people. But a lot of these people were selected out of what he likes to call central casting. And
that's totally true.
You know, there's some people on there who had popular podcasts, or people who had popular shows, or people who have been on Fox News a lot.
The vast majority of the people, Pete Hegseth, is a Fox News host. Half the people in his administration are Fox News hosts or whatever.
They posted some nice things about President Trump, and now they're in the cabinet, and they really don't deserve to be in the cabinet. And Pam Bondi is one of those people. Here you go. Here's the Daily Beast article. We have this pulled up right here. Laura Loomer attacks Fox News Barbie Pam Bondi over Epstein.
She said Blondie by mistake.
List. I was joking the other day, but I'm also not joking because it's not a joke. It's actually real. I tried to tag her from her official government account because she actually blocked me from her personal account because she got so upset with me calling her out over Bindergate months ago, back in February when she screwed up.
God, dude, she's awful. God, I cannot stand Laura Loomer. If you are totally unfamiliar with her, check this out. This is my introduction to her. She famously got banned from the Twit and then chained herself to the Twitter headquarters and had to beg the police to cut her free so she could use the bathroom.
And called me crazy, but what are they doing? I want to know what people are actually going to do.
Look, freeloomer.com. This is from like 2021 or something when she was banned from Twitter.
My life is ruined. Does anybody understand how ruined my life is?
For being banned from Twitter.
I'm sick of it. I don't want to listen to people tell me that I'm a conspiracy theorist. They don't know what it's like to be me. My life is ruined, Alex.
You could avoid those rumors if you aren't a conspiracy theorist.
She is just an awful person, and she falls flat on her face constantly. I love every bit of it. So anyway, back to the Epstein stuff. This one is also recent. This is her take on Epstein recently and what Pam Bondi is saying about it.
Do you really honestly think that she's going to be honest about the Epstein files and the Epstein investigation when you look at who was Attorney General of Florida when Jeffrey Epstein was getting away with raping kids and actually assaulting minors in the state of Florida? Who was the Attorney General? Oh yeah, Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi. You remember? Because I remember. Pam Bondi was the one in charge. And so this is stuff that really should have been covered during vetting. But we all know that there is no vetting in this administration. A lot of the vetting is done by me in an unofficial capacity. And when I say in an unofficial capacity, I do it on my own accord, independently. I don't work for the White House. But a lot of the major vetting blunders have been identified and discovered by me. And I can't help but think about the first Trump administration.
No, I mean, all of the vetting was done by the Democratic establishment. And she basically grabs onto it and runs with it and tries to convince MAGA to hate these people as well.
When Alex Acosta had to resign as labor secretary.
Alex Acosta was the guy responsible for getting Jeffrey Epstein out of his trafficking charges back in like 2014 or something.
As labor secretary, because it was revealed during a Senate hearing that he participated in the plea deal for Jeffrey Epstein in Florida. And it was such a blunder that he was made to resign, if you recall. And people were always wondering how that didn't come up when he was undergoing his initial vetting to become Secretary of Labor. That's the whole point. There was no vetting. And so we're witnessing the same thing, just like there was the blunder with Alex Acosta and his admission of participating in the plea deal for Epstein. I believe in 2000, I think it was in 2017 or 2018 when he was made to resign. We can get it pulled up and fact checked it. Alex Acosta, Epstein, Trump. But you're seeing a repeat here. How come nobody thought to themselves, gee, one of the main promises we made on the campaign trail was we're going to release the Epstein files, we're going to declassify the JFK files, and we're going to declassify the MLK files. We're going to put the Attorney General in charge of that. Maybe, just maybe, it's a conflict of interest to have an Attorney General overseeing the release of the Epstein files when she was the Attorney General of Florida when Epstein was kids.
Suddenly she cares about conflicts of interest. Isn't that fascinating? No, she never cared about any of this stuff. She's just like an evil human being, like seriously. And this is probably one of my favorite moments for Laura Loomer. I know I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but there's so much here with Laura Loomer. So interesting. This is when she ran for office and lost and literally cried. Again, these are Nazi tears, okay? Like I said, self-avowed, Sieg Heiling Nazi. Not like Elon Musk, where he is very clearly a Nazi in private and probably practices his Hitler salutes in the mirror, but actually a Nazi, this woman is. And she lost. She lost her race, and she just shed so many tears over it. Oh.
We are losing our country because of big tech election interference. And I am pleading with the Republican Party to please start taking this issue seriously. Please.
Oh, my heart hurts so much for her.
Because the American people deserve representation. And that's why I ran for Congress in 2020.
Totally. It wasn't because you wanted more power, right? Not that.
It's why I ran for Congress in 2022. And it's why I'm going to keep fighting for all of you. I'm never going to.
Anyway, she is, God, how do I describe Loomer? She's just like a soulless, evil human being. She is close friends with Kanye West, if that tells you anything. Best buds, have each other's phone numbers and give each other a call and answer the phone when she calls. He was on Alex Jones forever ago, and she called him live while they were on air, and he answered the phone for Laura Loomer while they were on air. She's just awful. This is from this video. This is from early May. This is what she had to say about the Epstein files all the way back then.
Benny Johnson was asking James Comer about the Epstein files and whether or not we could expect to see the Epstein files come out.
Benny Johnson. Okay. James Comer? You mean James Comey? He was the old FBI director. Who is James Comer?
And usually you hear all these canned responses from politicians that just go ahead and defend Pam Bondi, right? And they say, oh, Pam Blondy's doing such a great job. It's like, all this circled bullshit. Oh, yeah, she's so amazing. Oh, my God, she's so great. Blah, 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 right? Yeah, she's not so great. Trust me, guys. She's not really doing such a great job. We were promised that these files were going to be
And really, whose fault do you think that is? Why are you blaming Pam Bondi for this? She is so obviously following Trump's instructions.
But also, why would she even want the files to be released? If the files are released, then Trump is, they're not gonna care, they're not gonna say anything, but Trump is...
Talk about Loomer?
Yeah. Trump is obviously on those files. Why in the world would she want people to be aware of that?
I think, in all seriousness, I think that with Loomer and all of these other people, I believe it's because it's useful for their audience. It's a useful culture war issue that they can get people whipped into a blood frenzy over. They don't care that Trump's on it. In fact, they don't care that the list exists. They don't give a shit about like Epstein or any of that. They don't care. They care about getting people whipped into a blood frenzy and blaming Democrats for things. And Epstein is actually a subject that pretty much everybody agrees with. Epstein was a bad guy. He was a scumbag, an evil human being who needs to be held accountable in death, if not in life, by revealing all of this stuff and charging people with crimes. Everyone agrees with that, left, right, and center. So they're trying to get people on their side by showing how reasonable they are on these very obvious issues. The only people who are not in favor of releasing the Epstein files are those that are in them, in my personal opinion.
Released on day one. Day one promise. Well, what is it now? Over 100 days into the Trump administration, have we seen any Epstein files? No, we haven't received any Epstein files. Then she goes on Fox News. Honestly, every single day, Pam Bondi is on Fox News. She's on Fox News more than she does her job. And other people are starting to realize it.
It's kind of a poor insult, honestly. Like, I get what she's doing with this, but it's just not good.
Do you think she recognizes that she's not really criticizing Pam
Bondi?
Bondi? Do you think she recognizes she's not criticizing Pam Bondi and she's criticizing Trump directly?
I think that she does realize that herself personally, but she's trying to redirect blame for the sake of the audience. I think she's one of those people that knows better, that knows what she's doing, and she knows that it's wrong, and she's doing it anyway, intentionally, specifically to trick people and to lie and to be a bad person. Ben Shapiro's another one of those people that I believe that about.
She's sitting here with her Trump hat and her Make America Great Again hat in the background. And she's saying, 100 days into the Trump administration, and we still haven't seen these classified files that only the president can release.
Yeah, and fascinatingly, MAGA as a whole has actually largely turned on Donald Trump. It's not just Loomer, and it's not just a couple of others. Like, QAnon is standing behind him fully. Fascinatingly, I wouldn't have expected QAnon. I mean, the people who formed a movement about file elites are standing behind Trump on this, but the Nazi wing of the Republican Party have turned on him, including Nick Fuentes, another ex-friend of Laura Loomer. They don't like each other anymore, I don't think. Nick Fuentes is also a Nazi, and he says that he's done with Donald Trump, and he's prepared to burn his MAGA hat. For real. I'm going to cover that in another episode, so keep a lookout for my Nick Fuentes thing on burning his MAGA hat. But the point is that it's fascinating to look at different people's reactions to this whole Epstein situation. It's absolutely wild. Yeah, tell me your thoughts. Yeah, she needs to cool it on the plastic surgery, though, for real. That's a problem. Again, yeah, you're right. I don't have a problem with plastic surgery. This I have a problem with right here. This is too far.
I think plastic surgery is great because it can make people look how they feel happiest. Surgery in general, you can be super happy with yourself, and if that's how you want to be happy with yourself, that's great. I just think she needs to find a better surgeon or find a better reference picture or whatever it is you do when you walk into that room. And I don't know, I feel like her makeup isn't helping with it at all. I feel like it could be helped. It's just
I think that the problem is that, like, there are diminishing returns. Like, you can get plastic surgery to do certain things. You can get lip filler, you can get, buckle cheek, whatever. But
giant apple cheeks.
yeah, but when you go in and you do it again and again and again and again, it doesn't matter what the surgeon does, it's going to look worse. He could be the most skilled person on planet Earth, and he's just gonna, you can't make it better. And she, there's a line, and she passed that line. And at a certain point, it's very clear that it's become a body dysmorphia type of situation where they cannot look in the mirror because they don't like what they see, because they're literally delusional about what they're seeing in the mirror. Like, gender dysphoria and body dysmorphia are not the same thing. I just want to make that clear. Body dysmorphia is the delusional state that people exist in when they have anorexia, where they look in the mirror and they literally believe that they look like they are 300 pounds when they're 100 pounds. It is a delusional state in your brain. And plastic surgeons, you shouldn't be getting plastic surgery if you have that. If you're at risk of that at all, you should not get it. And plastic surgeons should require a mental health check to be sure that they're doing this not out of body dysmorphia, but for whatever other reason. When you do it out of body dysmorphia, you end up looking like this right here. This is Madonna. Madonna used to be a sex symbol in the the 80s and 90s. 2011, she was really, really, really pretty. And she just kept going back to the plastic surgeon, back and back and back and back, and trying to fix her body dysmorphia, and it just kept making it worse. And now here we are, 2023, and she's unrecognizable. I happen to know with Laura Loomer that she had a nose that she felt was a quote unquote Jew nose. She's Jewish, and she felt like she felt like her nose gave her Jewishness away and wanted to get rid of the slope that it had or whatever. And that's where her plastic surgery journey began.
And if you notice her lip filler, I don't know if this was intentional or if it just leaked around. It went to the upper part of her, like right above her lip.
Yeah.
So now it's just a big bump.
It's weird. And it's not healthy and it's not good. And again, like, I don't have a problem with plastic surgery, but you got to be so careful with it. If you don't like the way that you look, then you should definitely talk to a psychologist about it and find out if it's safe to get plastic surgery. Because again, you end up like this. If you do the wrong thing, you do it too much, you go to the wrong surgeon or whatever, and that's permanent. You cannot fix that.
I think I figured out what about like the plastic surgeries that end up like this, or what a lot of the MAGA women have gone to look like. It looks uncanny to me. That's the issue. It gives me the uncanny valley effect.
Oh, 100%. And here's a picture of Laura Loomer. I'm not sure. Somebody found or saw this person sitting in a thing, and this definitely has a signature look of somebody that just got plastic surgery. Sorry, that laugh is pretty funny. Is that a standard TikTok laugh or is that an actual
Yes.
person laughing? It is a TikTok laugh.
Standard
Okay.
TikTok. It's an audio.
Okay. Well, it's funny. I like the laugh. Anyway,
I'm chronically online.
this is yeah, me too.
Well, you don't count. I'm chronically on TikTok.
This is maybe not Loomer, might be Loomer. It's hard to know for sure, but
I think it's just a random girl with plastic surgery.
could be. But anyway, yeah. Tell me your thoughts.